Hello. Good morning, good morning. Daniel, Jay, Marcus, Marlene, Uzi. Send it to 20K. Yeah, let's do it. What's up, guys? How's everyone doing? New quarter, new month, first live stream of April. Let's get it. I'm gonna give it some time. Just posted the link on Discord and on Twitter, so we'll wait like 5 more minutes so some people can join, and then we will kick things off, starting off with Bitcoin and then go over some altcoins, especially AVAX, giving my thoughts, because I'm in quite some longs right now. Isn't this a clear SFP from Monday's high range? We'll talk about it in a second. Strong echo? Yeah, that might be the room. Don't think I can do anything about that, to be honest. I will take a look at it for next time, but right now we'll have to do it like this. Apart from that, can everyone hear me? Clear? Is the music not too loud? And can you see my screen? Can you see the Bitcoin charts? All good. Good afternoon, Damien, Demain. Everything okay? All right. Perfect. When full send? Soon, my man, soon. Very soon. Well, let's hope at least. Let's hope full send on altcoins at least. But I think in my opinion, things are looking quite good for upside. But yeah, I've been saying this for ages, so gotta be patient, you know. Right, let's just get started. You will be able to rewatch the live stream anyways if you're joining late or you have to go early, so that's fine. So kicking things off with saying thanks to Bybit for sponsoring the live streams. Bybit, great exchange where you trade Bitcoin and most of the altcoins out there. I personally trade alts and Bitcoin at Bybit, never had any issues with them. Been there for what, like 4 years or something. So yeah, great exchange. There's a link in the description which you can use that gives you up to $30,000 in bonuses, as well as access to my Discord if you use the link and make a deposit and start trading on the exchange. Under my link you will be able to join my Discord. So if you did, simply send me a DM on Discord or on Twitter, and then I'll get back to you as soon as possible and I will get you added to my Discord. Also, if you use the link and connect it to your Coin Market Manager account, that's the online platform for journaling your trades using API, so everything's automatic. You also get all of those paid features for free, okay? So a lot of advantages if you use my link: deposit bonus, free access to my Discord, and all Coin Market Manager paid features for free. All right, so check out Bybit. Thanks to Bybit for sponsoring. And then last but not least, leave a like on the live, leave a like on the video, and subscribe to my YouTube. We're still not at 5K, so we need like 70 more subscribers or something for 5K. So let's try to hit that, and let's try to get the stream to 50 likes at least. So leave a like, takes 1 second, and it helps me a lot. All right, El Romano, what's up? All right, now let's get into the charts, right? So for Bitcoin, still trading within the same range, right? And it's always the same. At the bottom of the range, bears getting loud. Bears are euphoric, saying boo, we're going to zero. And at the top of the range, bulls getting loud, and bulls are saying boo, we're going to 60K. All right. Well, all you have to do pretty much is wait for a range breakout to occur, and then we can start talking about targets, right? In my opinion, this range still breaks to the upside, although I wouldn't mind if we retest this area first before, so go for a higher low, sorry, there, before ultimately going for 32K. If you've watched the previous live stream, I went into full depth on the higher time frames and on why I think that this isn't locally topping and why I think we're going for 32K. Okay, we have this clean range on the monthly from this big candle, big red candle from back in June. That gives you a pretty clean range. And if you take a look at the mid-range, that lines up perfectly with where these highs here have been occurring. So a separate range, right, from the one that we've been watching for ages when we were trading down here and up here, was the one from this low to this high. So aggressive downside, make a low, upside. From this high we saw downside again, so this is your range high. Also from this high we went back towards range lows, confirming that this was range high. And if you take a look at our range mean, then you can also see that that range mean has been pivotal. And if you then take a look at the higher time frame range, so from that June candle on the weekly, you can see that also that mid-range is also acting as a pivot, right? So if we remove everything for a second, that's gonna be your range, and you can see that from the high to the low, right? Mid-range clearly acting as a pivot, resistance, resistance, right? So back here, sweep, sweep, aggressive upside and a massive close, okay? So I personally don't see a reason to be macro bearish and go for lower lows as long as we stay above range mean. If we break back and close significantly below range mean, I'm targeting range low, and that's gonna be key. If we break back below range low, yeah, then obviously we're going for new lows. And if not, I could still see us go for a retest there and then a grind much higher, okay? So that gives my my thought process on the higher time frames, right? And also gives me a clean invalidation on my long bias, right? As you know, I'm in longs from down here from 20k. Well, I closed some on the way up, I closed some up here, but I'm still in some longs and I'm targeting 32k for them, and that's the reason why, okay? I feel like if Bitcoin was bearish and this was the sweep of the highs and the sweep of this liquidity, I think we would have dumped lower from this. But instead we got a strong buyback, strong close, closed as an SFP, and then saw this. Well, I don't think this is stopping anytime soon, okay? So that's the reason I think that this consolidation is more likely to break to the upside and see another big green candle towards 32k than a big red candle all the way back down towards range lows. With that being said, I wouldn't mind a retest of range mean, okay? So where's liquidity resting? Here now locally, up here and down here. So if we do see the downside first, where will be my area of interest and my area where I could see a potential higher low, okay, to target new swing highs, well, that will be on the sweep of liquidity below there into that key weekly range mean. All right, it's exactly the same like with this range, right? Where we had highs as well, lows as well. Highs got swept, lows got swept into a key area. Not gonna go over that again, but we were watching the monthly breaker, swept lows in there, and look at that reaction. We possibly get something similar, right? Sweep the lows into a key pivotal level, reclaim, right? Retest maybe, and then full send to range highs. So that's a possible scenario that I'm watching if we go down, if we break down from this local range. But yeah, honestly, I could just see us go from here towards range highs. Now let's zoom in a little to go over the low time frame plans. Let's actually keep it on a clean chart. So the range that we were watching was this one. Range high, come on, range low, boom. Why? Weekly levels, basically from this weekly candle, the high and the low, and since then we've only gotten inside bars. What does inside bars mean? That means that the next candle closes within the previous week's high and low, okay? We just wicked above the high, wicked below the low, but didn't manage to close above or close below. What does that mean? Nothing necessarily, but usually inside bars leads to expansion. I mean, that's obvious. Whenever price is ranging, price leads to expansion. In what direction? Obviously, we don't know. But as I said, because of that look on the higher time frames, in my opinion, we could see this break higher. Okay. But anyways, let's take a look at our Monday range as well. Monday high, Monday low. Monday high and Monday low. So nothing, I mean, this overnight we saw a little pump, right? But nothing to get excited about truly, okay? Why not? Well, we're still trading within this range high and range low level, right? As long as we don't see a significant close above or a significant close below, right? This is just a ping pong game in between range high and range low, which is also why I could see this reverse back towards Monday low and even maybe towards this. And then bears will get excited again. Bears will start talking again. Bears will start targeting 12K again. While it's still within the same range, right? And exactly the same with bulls right now. Bulls getting excited while we're still at resistance and we haven't broken anything significant yet, okay? So where do we get excited? Well, if we break above this range high level and we hold above and we see a significant close, that's where we get excited and we start targeting a lot higher. I think once we break above here, we won't see a sweep and a classic dump. I think we maybe we do something like this and then dump, make everyone think that it's a sweep towards that sends us towards the other side of the range. But I think then once that happens, we just trap those people and start grinding higher and accelerate to the upside. Okay, I think if we are about to dump, it should be from around here. But yeah, using the Monday range could give us a nice scalp, a nice day trade, because we swept Monday high, right? As you can see on the lower time frames. If we now start breaking below Monday high and start closing back within here, local sweeps are getting sold into, yeah, then the draw on liquidity is definitely towards Monday low. So could have some nice shorts if you keep your invalidation simply above range high, maybe above this, and target lower. Okay, target Monday low. After that, probably down towards that wick down there. All right, but apart from that, we're still trading within this same range. The areas of interest on the higher time frame are our weekly range mean and our weekly range high. I'm still targeting this weekly range high, whether that's going to be hit from here or from more chop and then, or from lower and then grind up again and go for it. All right, so all you can do is wait, be patient, and yeah, trade the range in the meantime, right? If you have a clean trade, why not? So yeah, that's gonna be it for Bitcoin. Any questions on this? Let's catch up on the chat. Which also are you in? Only AVEX, but I'll go over that one after Bitcoin. How do we draw, identify ranges? I made a video on that. Look at my pinned post on Twitter. I made a full video about that topic. Are you from Belgium? Yes, sir. Nice anime music. Thanks. So any questions on Bitcoin, or is that clear? Would you be looking for shorts near 32K? Well, the thing is, I don't like blindly shorting into bullish momentum, right? What I mean with that is if we're about to go for 32K, right? I mean, this chart will look, I mean, look at these candles, right? Blindly shorting that is a risky play in my opinion. Just like blindly longing this was also a risky play. And the question then is, do you think that price is gonna put in a lower high here and go for a swing, a swing lower towards a lower low? Or do you think that price is just gonna retrace a little and then go higher? If it's the first, swing shorting makes sense. If it's the second, shorting is just not worth it in my opinion. Then I rather just sit out and look to buy the higher low. You know what I mean? If price does this, right, and you think price is gonna do this and this, but at the same time, it could as well just do this, it's maybe not worth looking for shorts. But with that being said, if I see, like, for example, some ranging and a sweep of some highs into key high time frame resistance, I might definitely look to hedge some spot exposure or sell some spot, maybe even. Can you double check the Monday ranges? Oh shit, yeah, it's the wrong one. I marked out yesterday range. You're right. Hold on. Yeah, you're right. It's this one, right? Yep, it's wrong. That was Tuesday range. Oops, it's this one. But it's the same, honestly. Nice bounce. It's the same, honestly, you know. We sweat, yeah, we're below Monday high, that's true. But I wouldn't personally I wouldn't feel comfortable until we break back below this area. Let's see where the weekly open is at. See, yeah, right there. So I would wait for a 4-hour close below the weekly open, and then any retest is probably a good short towards Monday low. But until then, I think it's more likely we pump. Do you trade patterns? For example, bull flag? Nah, not really. ETH Bitcoin retesting previous support, now resistance. I'll check in a second. We might consolidate until next Wednesday, when we will know if we are going to pivot or hike one more time. Yeah, true. Anything's possible, really. I just trade a chart, to be honest. What a mini pump. Now we go 31K live. Imagine. Let's see, man. Let's see. I think things are looking great for upside. But yeah, I've been saying this since 20K, so, and I still think that we're ready for more upsides. Like, if price wanted to sweep highs and go for new lows, right? I think it should have been from here. From here. Either from here or from here. Right, we swept on this, we swept these highs, right? Well, nothing too big, to be honest, but anyways, we swept the highs, right? Broke back down, and we're back within the range. If we would have went for new lows, it should have been from here or here, because here we got a significant sweep of these highs and we got an ugly close back inside the range, but price failed to see continuation to the downside, and instead we broke significantly above range mean and put in a massive close on the weekly, and that's significant in my opinion. So any retrace in there is a buy towards 32K in my opinion. 32K is a matter of time. I've been saying it for a long ass time, and I still believe so. The 29k area has been showing some good resistance. Market volume has lowered. There is a movement about to happen. Yeah, let's see. Would it make sense in your opinion to sweep Monday low before going higher? Would it make sense? I mean, am I expecting it? I don't know. It's possible. It's definitely possible, but do we have to look healthy for more upside? Then I'd say definitely not, because purely looking from a liquidity standpoint, this was the liquidity sweep, right? This was the sweep that swept this low. This was the sweep that swept this low, grabbed liquidity, boom, closed as an SFP, next daily candle, boom, strong daily close, and now we're simply seeing continuation. So do we need another sweep of Monday low here? In my opinion, no. And where's liquidity gonna be resting? In my opinion now, up here and up here. So in my opinion, we don't need another sweep to go for new highs. Purely from a liquidity standpoint, right? Leave a like on the video, guys, if you're enjoying it. We're at 31 likes. Let's get it to 50. How did you create your system? Well, it's a combination from a lot of concepts that I found over the years. It's not from one place, to be honest. It's like from watching charts, combining things, looking at what works for me and just spending time in the markets and see how you do. This current low time frame range looks exactly like a Wyckoff. Could a little manipulation in the 30k area before back to, let's say, 22k occur? What's your thoughts about that? Yeah, I mean, people are, whenever a range occurs, right, people are always using that Wyckoff pattern and are comparing the two with each other. But the thing is, right, there's much more to just comparing this to the Wyckoff pattern blindly, right? You need to see the context as well. People use it to confirm their bias. I feel like they're using it more to confirm their bias than to actually analyze a chart and give their honest thoughts. Like, what are bears gonna do here? They're gonna put a Wyckoff chart and say like a high, bull, spring, what is it? It's going lower. What are bulls gonna say here? It's going like this, spring, and it's going higher, right? So it's not just about comparing this to the Wyckoff chart. It's like combining it with the higher time frame and using it in context. Then it makes sense. But just blindly saying this range looks like the Wyckoff pattern doesn't make sense at all, in my opinion. Does that make sense? Could be consolidation plus pump. Yeah, sure. Once we tap 32k, do you anticipate falling back down into a range-bound environment for the rest of the year? We'll see. I mean, those are questions you shouldn't really be asking yourself. What does it matter, right? Nobody knows what Bitcoin is going to do. All you can do is look at the charts and anticipate. 32k before Friday, in my opinion. That would be nice. But we'll see. Whatever happens. Right, so that's Bitcoin. Then the next thing I want to talk about is AVAX, right? Because I'm in two longs on AVAX, right? First one is a swing long, so let's remove this for now. This, this, and let's put this up. Okay, and it's this one, right? So let's actually start on a clean chart. So I've talked about it already, but I'll do it again. Low, so aggressive downside, low. Then from this low, this was the first low where we saw a decent sized bounce to the upside, right? From this high, we went back towards the lows. From this high, we started retracing again. So range high set, range low set, mid-range confirms because pivotal resistance, support, broke below, resistance, then here, resistance, okay. What happened? Classic range deviation, range sweep, swept the lows, okay. Within that, we also swept this low, boom, strong reclaim, instant upside, rejected that range mean, classic retest of range low, right? Reclaim of this key low. So we swept this key low into range low demand, so sideways price action before the pump, right? Swept that low into the retest of our weekly range low, then reclaim of that key low. So in my opinion, this looks ready for range highs. What would confirm, obviously, a break above range mean, and then we should send towards range high. I've compared it to Bitcoin as well, but you can also already imagine how Bitcoin looks, right? High, and then we also swept the lows, rejected that range mean, and then what happened? We full sent to range highs. So possibly that's the next path for AVAX. Let's hope so. So that's the first swing long I'm in. On AVAX, and then apart from that, I also entered another long yesterday, which I posted in the Discord. Let me get it. This one, right? I said adding an additional long on this, but lower risk. This is apart from the swing. To truly think it's about to rip. It should be from here this week. Let's see. Okay, so that was the long, as you can see. So my stop initially was below here, right? Overnight, nice upside together with ETH and Bitcoin. And then this morning I said I don't want to see this go back below blue. So now blue is fresh demand being built up. If it breaks back below there, I don't longer want to be in. So trailed my stop up there. Risk is reduced, and I'm holding, right? So the ID basically was the same as on Bitcoin, right? We're simply ranging. And if you take a look, well, especially yesterday, we were trading here, and on the weekly, right, it just looked like this was the sweep, upside, retest, sort of a rounded bottom retest, okay, that leads to expansion higher. So in my opinion, this is at least going for, I'd say about here within the next couple, maybe not days, maybe weeks, maybe hours, who knows. But I think it's looking great for higher, at least towards this highs in there. I will trail on the way up if it's going higher, but in my opinion, this just looks great for a squeeze higher. So that's the reasoning. That's the reason I'm long, swing long, and day trade long, or whatever you want to call it, because just the chart looked great for a squeeze higher in my opinion, and I'm in profit on both at the moment. On this one, yeah, we're almost at 1 hour in profit. Doesn't really matter too much. But yeah, hope that makes sense. Are there any questions on this? AVEX to 20, hopefully the long will play out. Yeah, let's see. My TP1 is set around 20. Yep, makes perfect sense. See, it's, to be honest, the only area that I think the swing long could cause troubles would be around the $20 area. Why? Because that's the area we broke down from, around here. It's also a weekly level of the top of this order block, right? And it's the area where if price is bearish, we could put in a lower high, right? So lower high, right? Maybe lower high before going lower. If we break above this area, right? And ideally above range mean, around here, then I think there's nothing stopping us from going to 30 to 32 dollars. When short, I'm not shorting. Are you taking any chart requests? Yes, let's put them in the chat. We'll take a look at some charts you guys want right now. Let's start off with this ARB. Like, that one got hyped when I was gone, so not really following on this, but let's take a look anyways. I have some thoughts about Bitcoin. I know heat maps aren't that good, but there is a huge liquidity pool around 24, 26. My thoughts. A bounce back from 32k looks feasible. Let's see. 24, 26. Yeah, that's the area I was watching, right? That's the area around this range mean. So if we're about to go there, ideal area to put in a higher low before 32k. ARB, not looking bad. Is there a chart with more data? I think no, right? Right, then we'll use this one. Let's start off on the weekly. Last week's low, last week's high. Okay, daily. Nothing too much to see on the daily. Maybe this low. Ski level. Right, because these lows, right, were the lows that got swept here, which sent price to new local highs, right? Towards last week's low. So yeah, and price bounced from these lows again, right? We swept last week's low, beautiful to be honest. So what's the area for bulls that you want to see us hold? It's gonna be this one, right? Local range here. Yeah, probably this. Low. Let's mark that in green. Low, high, low. So we put in last week's high, right? Downside, 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 low, small bounce, high, low swept. What do you want to see after? Breaking market structure, which we got. So what do you want to see hold now? At least this range low level. So if you're looking for longs, invalidation there, target last week's high, okay? Now that's without looking at local supply, because what was the area where we started breaking down from? We have exactly the same, the opposite way, so the other way around. Up there, upside, right? Make a high, down some downside, low, sweep the high. What do you want to see? Break in market structure, right? Continuation to the downside. Now we got exactly the same, low, high, sweep the low, break in market structure, continuation to the upside, maybe. So I think it makes more sense here to go higher than it is to go lower, especially also obviously with my view on other coins. But I think this looks pretty good for higher, at least towards, like I said, what's now the key resistance. This was the supply, right? The ranging that led to this swing lower. So that could be your first area of key resistance up here probably. So is your risk reward good? Like if you're bullish on this, I'd say yes, but take some off at this area and then target last week's high. Because also probably if we're going for last week's high, it's gonna run a lot higher, and we're probably not gonna do this and break down significantly again. At least if your entry is here, right? You can just take some off here, take some off here, and then leave your stop at break even and leave a runner. Where are you from? I'm from Belgium. Make sense on this? No worries, man. I'm gonna keep an eye on this. Twitter is going nuts saying alt season is here. What's your opinion on this? I don't care, man. What is alt season? Alt season is a meme. Like alt season is just a name for back in 2016, 2017, when you could literally buy any altcoin and it would literally 2x at least overnight. You bought it in the evening and overnight you were up 2x. But those times will never return. Never ever. Because it would be too easy, and Things can't be easy. Let's see ETH Bitcoin. Phew. Let's see the weekly. Where's my weekly range? See, all this has been doing is ranging for months and months. Oh, it's here. Yeah. And this one. Yeah. What is this? This is literally the chart that I've had for years. And as you can see, TT so I am macro bullish on this, but as you can see, it's been ranging for what? For 700 days, like for 2 years. High swept, low swept, range high as a resistance. Once we break out of this, I truly think that this will run hard and it won't stop. Like it will melt faces, right, if this range breaks out. But until then, it's pure chop within the range. And honestly, it's retesting key resistance with clean demand resting lower. So I don't know what everyone's talking about the meme alt season, or that it's good for alts. I mean, sure, once we reclaim this, then I think we're up towards these highs, right? Like, see this as a range. If we break above there, sure, I can see this go for here, and then we're at key range high level again. Break above here, as I said, I see this truly melting faces. But until then, I mean, we have a lot of resistance resting above us. So bearish price action in there, and we probably revisit green. Peak euphoria right now. It's worse than when Bitcoin was trading 69k. Nah, never, man. Man, at 69k, I mean, I'd say 70-80% of the people who were in at 69k already left. So I wouldn't quite say that. What's the difference between the swing long and the day trade long you mentioned? Well, I explained it, right? Swing long is on the weekly. Low, high, range low swept, range low retest, range high next, maybe. So that's the idea for the swing long. And the lower time frame long, high, low, lows swept. Yesterday we had unswept highs here. Unswept highs, unswept, unswept, unswept. That was the idea yesterday. Long invalidation below range low. And target all the way up there. Range mean, retest. But take profit along the way. So if we're about to get another squeeze higher here towards these highs, I will take some off of this day trade long, but I will manage it differently than the swing. By the way, this setup was a long from the other stream, the stream earlier, previous week, right? I covered AVEX then as well, and I talked about my swing play, and I said I thought it wouldn't be a bad idea to enter on a day trade long back then as well. Entry there, stop below the low, and as you can see, that setup would be in profit right now as well. But anyways, LQT, okay, I'll do INJ first, and then we'll do LQTY, whatever that is. Yeah, nice upside, but it's sitting at macro resistance, right? Low, swept, upside into supply, rejected. A beautiful continuation range here, right? High swept, low swept, boom. Oof, and look, retest of range mean. Almost to the T, and continuation. But as I said, macro resistance there, so wouldn't be rushing into longs here personally. If you're looking for longs, I'd wait for a retest of this range high breakout level and look for some ranging there and a retest. So something like this, a sweep, and look to enter there. And then we should have enough fuel for this to break above here and potentially squeeze a lot higher. But I personally wouldn't enter here. Let's see, LQTY. Liquidity. Never heard of this. Is this one of these low cap shitcoins or what? I mean, look at these wicks. I don't know, man. Highs up here, that's probably your low. Back within this range, right? So got below, reclaimed, retest, upside. But I don't really like this sweep. Let's get it back to black. Yeah, that probably lines up with range mean as well. Yeah, see, almost to the T. So if we reclaim this, start closing the daily above there, then we can start talking about the highs. But if we don't, right, I could see this just sweep these highs in there and then bleed lower towards the lows again in here. So that's your line in the sand. If I were to guess, if I were to long or short here, purely based on the chart, shorting probably would make more sense. Because we wicked this high, right? Now you have clean validation around there. The retest and target the opposite side of this range, which are these lows. If we start breaking above here, that invalidates, and then we target the high and potentially a lot higher. OP. No worries. Range highs, range lows. Yeah, looks pretty clean. OP. Yeah, I think this could go higher as well. So highs swept, lows swept, retest, right? Sweeping some lower time frame lows there. And now seeing some upside. If we close up here, a retest could be a good long towards some highs. Local supply resting, yeah, all of this probably, but yeah, it's a big area. First there. If we close above blue, probably towards range highs, which will be key resistance. Above there, much higher. But I like it. I mean, the reason I like it as well is because you have easy invalidation on longs, right? You have your range low, sweep, and then low time frame sweep into range low. So what's invalidation for long? Below range low, right? And you target whatever or on the way up. But yeah, I like it. XRP. Yeah, I talked about XRP a lot in the previous ones down there. I said if it's gonna go hard. Yeah, see my squiggles from up there. See, the reason was that it's at macro resistance, right? And with a weekly close like this, I can't be longing into this. Although it could, of course, reclaim this and go for the highs. That's why I've drawn this as well. If we close some weeklies above this level, I think the sky is the limit. $1 will be coming again, okay? But until then, this looks like a classic sweep retest that sends us lower. So what I would want to see here is either a retest of this area, which is key pivotal level, right? Pivotal, support, resistance, broke above, retest and pumped. So if price comes back down, sees bullish price action there, sweep, that's your long towards these highs first, and then ideally close above here, buy the retest, and then it's all the way up to $1. But until then, I'm staying out of this. Okay. Ren. Yeah, I like this. But I don't like this. Right? Because the deviation pump already played out. So what you want to be looking for whenever you have these high time frame sweeps or high time frame deviations is look for the retest and then look for longs and look for the pump. But you see the pump already played out. So yeah, this is ugly, right? I wouldn't be doing any business with this. More chances that this is probably just pump and dumping, you know? So be careful. Do ARB, I already did, man. already did, you will be able to rewatch. We'll do Litecoin and then we'll do Litecoin and Atom, and then I'll hop off. So Litecoin. Yeah, what I really like about Litecoin is this move, right? This move. So some aggressive downside, but as you can see, aggressive V reversal, and this just looks like it's about to obliterate shorts. So clean weekly, clean compression down there, right? Breakout, retest, significant breakout, aggressive retest, but straight back up. Litecoin looks amazing in my opinion. I might be longing this, swing longing this as well, to be honest. I wouldn't be surprised if this trades towards 134, somewhere around there. I think this looks amazing. See, and then again, like, start on the higher time frames. If you take a look at this on the lower time frames, right, you're like, what the fuck is this, and what am I supposed to do? Like, zoom out and you'll have a much cleaner view. And it is technically sitting at supply, you know. This was the area where we broke down from, but just looking at higher time frames, using context, clean consolidation, compression down here, breakout, retest, I think it makes much more sense to break above it and go for new highs. Shout out to the chat for actually asking tickers that haven't ran yet. Atom. What's your weekly range? This one probably. Yeah, trading right around there. Phew, it's a difficult one. Your lower time frame range is this one. Nah, I would have been more confident in longing this if this would have done this. Right, if we would have seen a sweep in this, this would look amazing for longs. Because we have all of these unswept highs up here. See, lots of liquidity resting up there. But nah, it didn't sweep the lows. But yeah, apart from that, I mean, see this local subtle sweep of some lows and then instant upside tells us that where do you want to see price hold? Above this blue area. So as long as this holds above blue and above this, it's weekly demand, see, weekly demand, as long as it holds above there, should be good for higher. But yeah, do you want to long this? What's the risk reward? Yeah, it's still decent. 2 risk rewards. So yeah, blue area is key. If you break below that on a weekly basis, it's probably off to range lows. But as long as it holds, should be good for higher. Right, I'm gonna hop off. I hope you enjoyed the stream, guys. Thanks to Bybit for sponsoring. Link is in the description if you want to join my Discord, where post all of my trades live and post more exclusive content, simply use the link, send me a message. So use the link, make a deposit on Bybit, send me a message on Twitter, on Discord, and I'll get you added as soon as possible. Thanks for joining. We'll do this more often. I'll be active on Twitter and on Discord, obviously, in the coming hours and in the coming days. So stay tuned for more content. Leave a like on the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.